the animals and humans eat the plant as the food. Now what happens when the animals and humans are eating the plant as their food? These plants contain the chemical energy, and where do they get the chemical energy? They get the chemical energy from the solar energy that they are taking help of in the process of photosynthesis, and they store the energy in them in the form of chemicals, which is chemical energy in them. And when we eat that chemical energy gets converted into muscular energy in animals and humans when we are eating these various plant products which I have shown here. Now if you eat the seed, you're eating the corn. If you're talking about the flower of the plant, you're eating the broccoli or the cauliflower. When you talk about eating the leaves, you're eating the cabbage. When you're talking about eating the roots of the plant, you're eating the carrot. When you're talking about eating the fruit, that's the apple. And it is celery, I think so, when you are looking at the stem over here. Or the basic example for stem you can take is sugar cane. Okay, so these all are the various parts of the plant which you consume, and you get the chemicals from them which is stored in them with the help of solar energy, and this chemical energy then gets converted into muscular energy which is in it. So muscular energy in us, that is animals and humans, comes directly from which energy? Solar energy. So solar energy is behind the muscular energy that we are having in our body. Next we are coming to how does the solar energy help in the formation of coal and petroleum. Now I have written over here, coal and petroleum are main sources of energy on our planet Earth. Now the question comes, where did the coal and petroleum get formed on our Earth? Okay, now if you look at the picture over here, what happens? The sun gave these plants the way that they are. Now this happened millions of years ago. Now most of them, what happened? They died in the swamps over here, and then they were converted over here by into fossil deposits, so to say. Okay, again I'm being a physics over here, but this is basically to do with a lot of geography that you have studied. Now when they are dying over here, they are stored right over there, on top of which they are covered by the mud and the rock, and then when they decompose due to over millions of years, they end up getting converted into coal. Okay, so this is what the figure is all about over here for coal formation. Now when you talk about the petroleum, if you can look at the situation in the petroleum over here, the plants are here. Okay, now over here marine organisms are also there. Now when they die, they are stored. Now below the marine organism, if you look at it, there are sediments and rocks. There are impermeable rocks, there are porous sedimentary nodules. These are all the technical things which are present over here in the ocean below the layer of the water, or below the let's say the surface of the bottom of the ocean. Okay, now when you talk about taking out the natural gas or the petroleum, it is taken out from this particular layer that we are using it. So this is again showing over here that in the porous sedimentary region where you are having the rocks present here, you get the formation of the oil again by the decomposition of a lot of organisms over there along with the plants, ocean plants, and we drive a hole into these layers, so many one of them, to reach to the oil which is trapped over here, which is the black color given over here. So these two images, when you talk about it, one is for how the coal is formed and how do you get the formation of the natural gases, or you are having the petroleum which is stored over here in the water surface. Okay, so this is what I have just jotted down. That's coal and petroleum which we use today have been buried or under the trees for millions of years, the burial of the trees and animals for millions of years ago, and that is how the coal and petroleum have been formed from them. So what happens? The chemical energy from the trees are taken over here when they die, and this is then converted into muscular energy into the animals. Now both of them were buried due to some mishap mishap, or maybe when they died, again, as I have just shown over here, their bodies decomposed and then they were converted into something which is the coal and the petroleum that you use today. So my point is, coal and petroleum, where do they come from? They come from the chemicals which is then gotten from the chemicals from the plants, or the muscular energy of the animals, which they get it from the sun. That means the chemicals in the plants, again we discussed about it, with the process of the sun, by the process of photosynthesis they have that. And when they are eaten, these plants are eaten by the animals, they have muscular energy in them. So if you look at it, behind the formation of the coal and petroleum, the sun has played a very major role in it.